Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how I make and colour a silicone hand. So I'm starting out by mixing the alginate with water until I get quite a gloopy mixture. It takes a lot of mixing to make it as unlumpy as possible. I made an absolute mess with this. And then I'm just popping my hand in because I'm going to use my own hand today. As you can see, super messy, so I'm going to leave it in there till it sets hard. Once I've wriggled my hand out, I'm going to mix Deadner with Mold Life silicone pigment in the shade Flesh. Just mix it up till I get the right colour, adding another drop and then a little bit of white just to make it more opaque so it's easier to paint later on. Then going in with red flocking and some blue flocking just to put some more natural undertones as the skin is not just one colour. Once that's completely mixed together, I'm just adding equal parts of Platsil 25 gel A and B and just thoroughly mixing that together again. As you can see, I've cleaned my mess up and then I'm just pouring that in from a high just to try to stop as many air bubbles as I can and just scraping that out. After leaving it to set for a couple of hours, I'm just going in and breaking down the alginate around it, which is an absolute nightmare to do. So I would suggest using a more flexible container. And then once I've got all the excess around it, I'm just going to pop the hand out and I'm ready to start painting. So I'm just going in with my airbrush using the Skin Illustrator alcohol palette. And I'm just spraying over with a slightly lighter skin tone as I am going for more of a dead effect. Doing small details with a little brush, and then I'm going over with more of a red purple tone just to make it look like the hand's lost some blood from it. And then I'm going in with a brush just to add more red in concentrated areas, to add more of a mottles effect to the skin. And then spraying over some dark black and greys to make a more muddy, decaying effect over. And finally adding some fake blood, which is always my favourite part. I'm just using a fresh scab from Ben Nye. This is optional, but I use a small piece of silicone that I had left over from before, and I kind of cut that into like a bone effect onto them. I did have two in this, but I did take one of them out as it looked less lifelike. And here it is in daylight. You can see all the tones of the skin, make it look as natural as possible. And very, very gruesome.